Did you know Florida agriculture is very important to our state economy? Well, no matter what you hear about plants declining, Florida agriculture is very important. And joining us is Richard Tyson, our Orange County Extension Director, and you're going to tell us about the importance to our economy in Florida. Now, we have all different kind of products here, but let's start off. Tourism versus agriculture, where do we stand?
Well, agriculture is very significant. If you look at the national ranking, we are the 10th largest agricultural economy among the 50 United States, and we currently have 48,000 farms and ranches on about 10 million acres in Florida.
Wow.
If you look at the wholesale value of the fruits and vegetables, it's about $10 billion. But when you start to add in the food-to-table industries such as fruit processing, value-added packaging, transportation, cut fruits and vegetables, things of that nature, and then throw in forestry, then the value of tourism and the value of agriculture and these related industries are very similar.
It depends on who you talk to.
That's correct. That's correct.
Which is kind of interesting because there's more behind agriculture than a farmer riding his tractor or a horse through the field.
Correct. For instance, if you look at this is our local Central Florida citrus growers, Florida Natural product.
Yeah, that's all Florida.
And that's juiced right over around the Umatilla area up here. We have some grapefruit that's grown and processed around Fort Pierce.
Now, oranges are number one, right?
They are. In the fruit category, they're still number one. Fresh market tomatoes are the leader in the vegetable category.
Yeah. Now, tomatoes are probably grown mainly in South Florida. A lot of this produce coming out of South Florida?
Well, in the summertime it is, but I mean in the fall, winter, and spring, it's coming out of the whole state. There's some little production going on in South Florida during the summer. Some of these value-added processing products, like alfalfa sprouts, mung bean sprouts, cress. This is coming out of Fort Pierce, and these out of Miami, and then you have Delray Beach with Perot Farms, and all of the herbs that you see in the grocery stores are grown in South Florida primarily. So when you're buying there, you're supporting local agriculture.
You know, people wouldn't think of that this is where all this comes from out of Florida. You think, well, they ship it in, overnight or something like that. Now, I got to show something that you've done here.
Okay.
This is what Richard has grown himself, homegrown.
Homegrown bean sprouts, that's correct. And those are only about 5 days old and getting pretty close to ready to be eaten.
Yeah,
Yes.
Now, so you can do some of this yourself, actually.
That's correct.
Which is kind of neat. Now, watermelons, where do they come from?
The watermelons generally start in Florida in the some fall production, but mostly in the spring, early spring, and we start harvesting in May, June, and we're done by July 4th, and then you start getting watermelons from up the eastern seaboard.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't realize that we grow about 25% of the nation's watermelons, all from Memorial Day through the 4th of July, which is kind of neat. Yeah. Now, farm-to-table movement, a lot going on there.
That local food movement has been significant. It's created a culture that has really moved and forced the demand for these local food products. We have 10,000 more farms and ranches in Florida today than we had 30 years ago on less land, but generating twice the income. And I think it's mostly due to that local food movement that we
and the
have
organic
here.
movement,
That's
all those
type
of things that
That's
go
correct.
into it there.
Sure,
So there's
sure.
a lot going on.
Grow your own, local, everything. That's
lot going
creating
on
a
in
lot
Florida,
of demand.
Yes,
Yes.
hard to keep on top of it. But we're rivaling tourism.
There you go.
Florida
Very
agriculture is still big. Now you know how important Florida agriculture is to our economy.